Okay, welcome back to Border Adventures. We are waiting for a very important... Bear with me. Yes, is it done? Okay, yeah, well, the fee sounds more than reasonable, but the wages, what were they in the end? How much? My goodness, that's 30% more than our next best played player. I know, but I just think without him, we're going nowhere. Okay, sign the paperwork. Yep, fax it off. Yep, let's do it. He's in. So we've got our man Garrincha is Stevie Wondered. He is signed, sealed, delivered £16.5 million, but the salary £115,000 a week. We have had to pay handsomely to get our man, but I think it's going to be worth it. And this is why we've decided to go with a new striker. If we have a look at the match stats in our last game, a 0-0 draw with Cologne, 25 shots, 9 on target, and we couldn't score. We should have beaten Cologne. They only had 1 shot the entire game. And really, we are playing with 10 men most weeks because Petrelli's form has been, well, average at best. He's got 1 goal in the last 10 games. He rarely registers more than a 6.5 average rating. And if we have a look at that goal that he did score, I'm not even convinced that he meant it. Our left winger had a shot. Petrelli was sunbathing down on the ground. It accidentally hit him on the knee and deflected past their keeper for his only goal in the last 10 appearances, apart from the form of Petrelli. Well, things have been looking pretty good since the last time we saw you. So we had a 2-1 win against Hamburg, and we followed that up with 6-0 victories over Kaiserslautern, 2-0 victories over Hoffenheim, coming from behind to beat Bochum before that 0-0 draw with Cologne. And today we've got Borussia Dortmund, who are running away with the league, and it's our last game before the winter break, but things are looking pretty good in the league. You'll see that we've only conceded 5 goals all season in our 15 games. If we were to somehow snatch a draw today against Dortmund, well, that would lift us up to second in the table in terms of delivering on our promise for a top 4 finish. Things have looked okay so far, but we've been doing it with 10 men. We've been relying on the wingers for goals. So Granoche has notched 6 goals in 11 starts and has chipped in with 3 assists as well. And then this man over on the wing, Lissandro Tramone, 9 goals, 14 appearances, 4 assists as well. The little Frenchman is an absolute magician. And they've compensated for the fact that Petrelli has been firing blanks. But today's game is going to be a tough one. We are without the injured Mariba, who's been pretty good since we switched him to our deep-lying playmaker. So Lejeune is going to come in and play today. This is going to be a tough one. We're away at Dortmund. We are the underdogs. That suits us down to the ground. We're going to have to do this without a striker, I think, but we're going to see how we get on against Dortmund today. They are running away with it. What are they? 10 points clear at the top of the table. If they beat us today, well, they will be even further ahead at the summit. And they look like they are going to win the Bundesliga at a canter this season. But who knows? If we could snatch a point, maybe even do the unthinkable, the top 4 is on. We've maybe got the finances to do one more piece of business in the January transfer window. Not a lot more than that. But we've got some young players who we're developing nicely. We've got some players like Tramone that we'd like to tie down to a contract that doesn't have a release clause. And we have got Garrincha on the horizon. But Luke Rawdon, assisted by Martin Odegaard, who still seems to be playing, has put Dortmund into the lead. It is disappointing to be conceding at set pieces, I have to be honest. There's a few other things that we would like to get sorted out during the winter break as well. Part of that is working out what we're doing with players who are not in the starting 11, because we've made them available for the second team and they don't ever play a game. And so we've made them available for the under-19s, but they either don't get picked for those or those games fall on the same day as the first team are playing, which means they're unavailable for us and can't be on the subs bench. So we are having to hatch a plan about how we get some match fitness into our players, because you will see from our bench, well, they are not a very fit bunch. We are going to bring on Proust. We have given Petrelli another game and he's still not found the net. Grenoch is not playing very well either today, but we are up against very tough opposition. We're going to ask them to get creative and see what we can do. Have we won a penalty there? I think we have. Mariba is our penalty taker. Oh no, here he goes. I know it's been a long game for your ref. Come on, drag those tired limbs over to the monitor. Don't run directly to it. You take that arced run. Have a little look. It's a penalty. It's a penalty. It always is a penalty. Why are we wasting everybody's time with this? What have you got for us, ref? It's a penalty. Beautiful. So who is stepping up in the absence of Mariba? Number 4, Gasopo. He's tucked it away, though. Centre-halves on penalties. Not since the days of Steve Bruce, but Gasopo has stepped up, tucked it away. And you know what? 1-1 away at Dortmund with a lucky penalty. I will take kindly. I wanted to drop the mentality down there, but we've got a kick-off highlight. Are we going to gift Dortmund the lead just a minute after getting back into the game? You would not rule it out. But our defence is not to be criticised. And actually it's Kakare who's running through and should have done a little bit better, shouldn't he? Should have done a little bit better than that. Gilt-edged chance. But hey, we're giving Dortmund a game here. And considering how far ahead they are at the top of the table, that's not bad. That is not bad at all. Let's go team instructions. We're going to get the time wasting on. We're going to drop the tempo and we're going to drop the passing. And if this just peters out into a 1-1 draw, well, that's going to send us into the winter break in second. Granted, our place in that top 4 is precarious, but we are going to take it and we're going to do a time-wasting substitution because our friend Grenoche has not really picked up his performance. Got a bit of a highlight for Dortmund as well. Don't do this to us. Don't do this to us. That's a weak challenge. Oh, and that's a nice take for Cabrera. I sense that probably wasn't the highlight. That seemed a little bit of an easy catch to me. What else have we got? We've gone long. Grenoche, we've just subbed him. He knows his number's up. Right's gone over the top. Here's Proust. I feel like we should be in the lead after the 2 chances we've had. Cal, I did say I'll take a point. But we have more than matched Dortmund. And I tell you what, we can go into the winter break and say, that's a good effort, boys. So let's have a little look at that league table. There we are, proudly sitting in second. Top 4 is what we've got to do to keep our job. There's no way we're catching Dortmund, but whew, we were ahead of some big teams there. Bayern, Wolfsburg, Leipzig, Schalke, all below us in the table. I think when we moved to Germany, if you'd have said we'd be sat in second after 16 games, A, we wouldn't have believed you, but B, we would have gladly taken it. So we go through the winter break. We have got some big games going just after Christmas. We've got games against Bayern, which is going to be huge. We've got cup games, which we'd like to make a little bit of progress on. We've got games against Leverkusen, who are right up near the top of the table as well. And one of those games is surely going to be the one that we will return for. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for everybody that's a subscriber, everybody that's leaving likes on the videos. You are absolute heartwarmers. We're going to go away and play a little bit of winter in the Bundesliga. We're going to see you very, very soon to continue these border adventures.